Hi guys, Eric Pathy here at PickDogs.com. It is 8:58. You can see it right on my phone. We're doing this video late. Now let's talk about it. We had some late updates. We don't know the outcome of all the games, but Al had some late updates today because, again, the way it works is a lot of people that are professional bettors that are running syndicates like Micah Smith, as you and I talked about, Al, they're trying to get the line before it moves. It's counterintuitive. Sometimes you're waiting for the line to move
or not move.
or not move. Exactly. So it's completely wild that I have you on one side of the coin. You have the other guys on the other side of the coin. They'd like to bet the games 5 days in advance if possible. And you might wait to see if you get a trigger or an alert if the line doesn't move or if the line actually does move. And a lot of times the line might quote unquote move against you, but that might make it a play where a syndicate might say, oh, I can't play the game because it moved.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, it's, we had 3 plays. I was looking for specific numbers that go to, the regular folks at Pick Dogs, but went to the Telegram people. We had the Brooklyn Nets tonight where I needed plus 11 or more against Golden State. So it was 10.5 in the morning. And I just was waiting to see if it went to 11, and it did. And then the other plays, we had Colgate, but I want to make sure that Colgate never got past 8.5. And, it actually was at 8.5, 7.5 range, when I put it out, but if it was going to be 9, I didn't want any part of it. And then the third play was Murray State, which is kind of a contrarian thing, but I wanted Murray State to be 5.5 or higher. So if it had dropped to like 4.5 or 4, then I actually didn't want Murray State because it is more of a contrarian thing. So so I just kind of waited. And
so let me say what I know the clients would say, and I'm going to say it as a rhetorical question. So they would say, why don't you just give us rules if this game, and I know the answer. The answer is they're not going to listen. They're going to just play the games regardless.
It's more nuanced than that. It's because,
like, take this game right now at 7 in the morning. If it moves to 11, make it a play, and if it doesn't, don't play it. They're going to play it anyway.
It's not that, but it's just better just to give them the games when it's officially a play.
Right, because then you're asking the clients to sit there and check the lines, and they got a life. That's what they're paying us for.
Oh, but then a guy's going to blame you because, like, what I'm looking at is for example, the line at Circa, which I use as the official arbiter of the point spreads.
Okay.
You'll get some guy will say, well, my bookie had it at 11. And you're like, but it wasn't 11 at Circa, or it wasn't, So
right, got it.
It's stuff like that as well.
So the answer is simple, guys. You want to be on the Telegram channel. So when you get these late updates, because again, those late updates have nothing to do with winning or losing. They could be all updates and losers. They could be all updates and winners. They could be chop, chop, chop. But the point is, when you're waiting for lines to move, there's just no way if you're limited to putting in the games. And we understand most people have a life and got to get on with it, which is why we have a very small percentage of clients on our Telegram channel, guys that are looking to earn 6 figures in a year or a season, and they can move with speed and they have the bankroll to support it. So we understand it's not for everybody, but again, even if you had the ability, I would say this, which we didn't talk about before the video, even if you had the ability to go in and put the plays in Pick Dogs later, the reality is, like, you sent the plays out 30 minutes before some of the games actually started. Then you're relying on, does the client actually know to go back to the website? Or even if he gets a text alert or an email, could he actually go back to the website? And the reality is, unless it's being fed directly to your phone, the answer is you're going to have clients that are going to complain. I was out, I was grocery shopping, I was taking the kids here, I was taking the kids there. So I feel everyone's pain when they ask me these questions, which is why I'm addressing them now. Telegram is the way to go. You get that ding right to your phone. Al does not have to send out 70 different messages to different people. He just updates it once, and it's one and done. So with that being said, I know you're a Spurs fan, and I hear you got a complimentary selection on this game, and I don't know which side it is.
Oh, it's on my Spurs. I mean, the Spurs got blown out the last time they played Sacramento, lost by Um, oh God, what was the score? I forget the score off the top of my head, but they got destroyed by Sacramento. But San Antonio is 50-30 ATS when playing with revenge from a loss by more than 21 points. Some
50,
bonuses
50 and 30 or 50 and 38?
50-30, 62.5%.
Wow.
And Sabonis is out now for Sacramento. So the line, obviously reflects that. San Antonio is only getting, 5.5 tomorrow. But we're gonna take the San Antonio Spurs. Or when you're watching it, it's today because you're gonna be watching this video on Friday,
Right.
not on Thursday.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
Exactly. All right, guys. Well, the Spurs is your complimentary selection. Hopefully, you understand the value of Telegram. Send me a text message or an email to join. Let's get you ready to rock and roll for March Madness. Literally, Al does not sleep for the next 30 days. As always, guys, good day and good luck.